Hi, welcome to Maverick and Dempsey's Retro Movie Review. All right, so these are the movies we got for you today. We have Top Gun. Top Gun 2 is out, so we're excited about Top Gun, so we can do that one. All right, we got Talladega Nights, The Legend of Ricky Bobby. All right, most people know it as Talladega Nights of Ricky Bobby. I've never heard somebody say the entire title, or is it The Ballad of Ricky Bobby?
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember. So, because nobody calls it that. Talladega Nights or Ricky Bobby. We get it. All right. Can't Hardly Wait, the 90s teen comedy. And Short Circuit, the favorite family 80s movie. Favorite 80s movie, not the, but family favorite movie. I got, having a little trouble speaking. All right, so that's a favorite from the '80s that we'll do too. Okay, so let's hit it. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with Top Gun.
We're gonna start with Top Gun. All right, going in the order of what I said, which maybe, I should have taken a hint on that and done it myself. All right, so Top Gun. Tom Cruise, the movie that made him a megastar. He had done a few movies, had a bit part in The Outsiders. He broke out with Risky Business, and he was getting known in Hollywood. But then when Top Gun hit, it was the huge blockbuster, made him a star, made Val Kilmer a star. Val Kilmer was also one that was getting out there. He did movies, that people had seen. Real Genius being a notable one, but this was the one that made him a superstar. It, made Anthony Edwards known. I can't say superstar, but it made Anthony Edwards known. Tom Skerritt increased his visibility, along with many other actors. Kelly McGillis, may not have a long reign as a leading lady, but she had this and she had Witness, that two 80s classics. All right, so Top Gun. What do we think? All right, Top Gun. It's one of my favorites. It's an easy watch. One of my favorite terms to use because it doesn't feel like a 2 hour movie, and it's nearly 2 hours in length. I think it's right under 2 hours maybe, but it doesn't feel like it. It's wholesome. It's good for family. It doesn't have a lot of sex or bad language and things like that. There's no nudity. There's not a lot of or a lot, if any, F words being thrown around and things of that nature. So you might get some, ASS or SHAT or something like that, but nothing too bad. So it's appropriate, in my opinion, for all ages. The violence, it's hard to really gauge it if you're a kid. Like when I was a kid, I didn't really know what was going on with it because they do it almost like a video game, because of the lack of special effects back then. So you're not seeing anything like bloody gore or anything like that. It's you hear the missiles lock on sight and then you see a plane explode. It's not like you see arms and legs and limbs and stuff like that flying all over. So I think it's appropriate for just about any age. Or actually, I'll just say it. It's appropriate for any age. I mean, I would have been watching this when I was 2 or 3 years old. My parents had no problem with it, right? So I think it's appropriate for any age. It's fun. It's exciting. There's good humor. There's a lot of drama. It still brings tears to my eyes to this day. And with the Big Goose scene, I thought Tom Cruise did a hell of a job with acting. I can't stand when people think he's a bad actor. He's got great facial expressions, and he can show a lot of emotion just in these simple facial expressions. He's a brilliant leading man. He's hilarious. He's when he gets a chance to do comedy, that is. He's great in the action roles. He's believable. Maybe a short guy. People like to pick on him for that, but he's great in the action roles. And it's just fun. It's just a fun movie. Even with the drama, even with the tears, even with things like that, it's just a fun movie. It's a fun watch. It's a fun watch, good watch, easy watch. Loved it. What did you think?
I thought it was a great movie. It was funny. Like he said, easy watch.
Did the violence bother you?
Not at all. I like violence.
Was it sad?
Yeah.
Any tears?
That one part. Biscuit, put it down.
Nothing really besides that?
No.
Yeah, go get that out of his mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, Biscuit doesn't know we're filming. All right. So that'll bring us to the next movie. We Short Circuit. All right, we watched Short Circuit for, I think, her second time. Who knows what it is for me? Probably like 22nd time over my life. Short Circuit, I don't feel is as good as Short Circuit 2. We're going to review that one down the line, and I may be in a minority on that, but I think it's true. It has a slow build. It reminds me of War Games, the Matthew Broderick movie that I still to this day have never been able to sit through, so I'm never going to do that on a review. It has a slow build. It takes about 20 minutes for anything to really start happening. But once it happens, it's good. So I can't say it's an easy watch. There are some slow parts, and like I said, that beginning is really rough to get past. But once you get past that beginning, once you get past we're showing you what Nova is, we're showing you they're the military weapons organization that's making these robots, and one of them through like a lightning strike, electrocution, or whatever becomes human. At least in his mind, he becomes alive. He becomes alive. That's the appropriate term, not human. Still a robot, still a machine, but he becomes alive. Like a Frankenstein effect right here. And the movie's fun. The movie's cute. There's a few bad words in it. The violence is, too little to really worry about. Once again, I don't care how old you are. I think you put on Short Circuit and you'll be all right. If you got parents that tell you don't say that word or don't say that word, other than that, I think you're fine. Like I said, there's no sex. The violence is very small. It's good. It's cute. It's still to this day just a cute, fun movie to watch. And I don't know who did the voice for Johnny Five, but I thought he did a great job. He's definitely the best character. His voice steals the movie, kind of like Gremlins with Gizmo. He steals the movie, and Steve Guttenberg does a good performance. And his friend in that, the one that plays his friend Ben. I forget the actor's name, but he plays the Middle Eastern guy very well, even though that's not what he is, and he could never get away with that today. But he's hilarious, and it was a great acting job by him. I thought Ali Sheedy did a good job as the leading lady. There were a couple times where she might have been a little bit annoying. I didn't really miss her in the sequel, nor did I miss Steve Guttenberg, and I'm a fan of his. And like I said, this isn't about the sequel. We'll get to that later, but I thought the first one is a good movie, a good watch. Not great, but definitely one of those good like rainy day movies you just kind of put on with the kids and enjoy. What do you think?
I thought it was a great movie. It was funny. I love Johnny Five. The voice was really good. The part where they're like talking about the stuff and all, it's kind of boring, but
The stuff.
yeah, the beginning's boring, but it's good. It's good.
All right, it's good. All right. Do you have notes? Didn't you say you had notes? Isn't that what you went and got? Where are those notes at, buddy? All right. So the other one we got Can't Hardly Wait. All right, Can't Hardly Wait. Now, it's a teen comedy, but it is a teen comedy that a child could watch. I think some of the words are going to go over her head, so she don't have to worry about that. There are no extremely bad words. There are a couple that might be inappropriate in today's, woke times, but there's nothing that bad. Nudity, there's not much on nudity. There's, a couple of flashes of this or that. Nothing rated R. And rated R, yeah. So which is why the movie's not rated R. So the sex terms usually go over the head. Bad words, very few and far between, and there's no violence in it. So there's talks of fights or jumping this guy or beating this guy's butt or something like that, but nothing really violent happens. It's a fun movie. Ethan Embry, it's the best movie I think he's ever done. Usually he plays a side character like in Vegas Vacation or Empire Records. He gets to be the leading man in this one. It's a shame we didn't get to see him a leading man in more movies, because I think he did a really good job. Jennifer Love Hewitt does a fantastic job as the leading lady. I still wish she would have done more of these types of roles where she got to be the sweet, cute, innocent leading lady. I think she tried too hard to go against that grain on that, and I think that kind of failed her. But movies like this, a little-known movie she did called Trojan War, her Party of Five character, I thought she was great as America's Sweetheart. I think she could have been the next Meg Ryan or Julia Roberts, but she just decided to play the bad girl, stuff like that. But I think she's great in this role. I think she does a fantastic job. Seth Green, hilarious. He was the breakout character in this role, do a Special K, and it's a shame his star didn't rise higher. This is an interesting movie to watch now because it's a lot of people people you've heard of, but there are no huge stars in this movie, or nobody that went on to become a huge star. Jerry O'Connell has a small role in it, and Peter Facinelli, of course, is the bully in this movie. Breckin Meyer's in it, Donald Faison. It's built with just a lot of good, funny teen actors from that era that were in movies like, Clueless. It's got some of the guys from Clueless, or Empire Records, as I said. Donald Faison from Scrubs and Clueless. It's got a lot of those types. A lot of the I recognize him from this. I recognize him from that. Jennifer Love Hewitt, obviously, know what you did last summer. It's got a lot of people that you know, a lot of people that you've seen before. They didn't go on to be big stars, which is a shame. But it's a fun movie, easy watch. Great. It gets pretty much straight to it, straight to the party, straight to the fun, straight to the laughs. It's still funny to this day. Even some of the things that are inappropriate in today's culture are still funny. Are you making fun of me because I'm talking too much? It's called a movie review. I can't just say it's good and then let that be it. All right. So good movie, funny movie. Like I said, Seth Green kind of steals the show when it comes to the comedy. Ethan Embry's great. It only has, I think, one slow part in it with Jenna Elfman, which I thought her role was kind of pointless. And she's the only one that's not really a mystery that her career didn't go further. But it's a good movie. It definitely lives up to the '90s tribute to a John Hughes movie. It's very 16 Candles. And if you like those types of movies, you love Can't Hardly Wait. And like I said, it is one that you can watch with your kid when they're not a teen. I think they'll identify with it more and appreciate it more when they are a teen. But her as like a pre-teen, she dug it. We've seen it. She's seen it a couple times now. So Can't Hardly Wait. Definitely recommend it. It's a fun, feel-good movie and one of the teen comedies that doesn't have to flood itself with sex and bad words like an American Pie to be entertaining. So it's always been a favorite of mine, a favorite of the '90s in the teen comedy genre. All right, what about you?
I thought it was a great movie. It was funny. I love Seth Green. He was good. It was a good movie.
Anything else stick out to you? Did you like the love story?
Yeah, that was good.
That's about it. That's all she's got. All right, she's working on it. All right. All right, so now the finale, we bring it to one of the funniest movies of all time, in our opinion, in pop culture's opinion, and that's Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. All right, did I actually get the title right this time?
Yeah.
All right, so Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. It was, I believe, it's the first movie they did together, or at least playing best friends. And they later, of course, went on to do Step Brothers and the lesser appreciated, and maybe for good reason, Holmes and Watson. But they were a great on-screen duo. They're one of the best on-screen duos in the history of comedy. John C. Reilly kills it. Every time he opens his mouth, he's funny in it. Will Ferrell does a fantastic job, as usual. And he was funny. Every supporting character brought something to it, I felt. The bad guy was great. I don't know his name off the top of my head. Molly Shannon being his wife with her small part, she did a great job. I thought everybody in it, I mean, from Michael Clark Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan was hilarious in this movie. Everybody had something. Everybody brought something to it. It's just a hilarious movie. It's a good story. It's that Rocky type underdog story. I really appreciated the leading lady of Amy Adams. She did a great job. It's got a fantastic soundtrack. It's a movie you can really root to. It's one of those that you feel like you're in the mood for. If you want a sports movie, if you want a good underdog story, yes, you can watch it. It's completely stupid and ridiculous, but it works for that. If you're in the mood for that, if you're in the mood for a straight comedy, and the actor, I'm trying to remember his name. The actor that plays his dad, that plays Ricky Bobby's dad in it. Man, he's so well known too from like Office Space and stuff. But all right, his name's escaping me at this time. I could look it up real quick. That would be boring on camera. All right, but he's fantastic. All right, the dad is fantastic. It's one of the best roles he's ever done, and better than his Office Space role. He pops up in numerous things now. He's a scene stealer. He's fantastic every time he's on camera. This is one of those quotable movies from Shake and Bake to If You're Not First, You're Last. It's one of those movies you can always quote from for now until forever. The movie never gets old. Hilarious. I could watch it on a Monday and then I could watch it on a Saturday and not be bored and still be laughing my butt off. It's just hilarious. And once again, it's a movie. There's a little bit of sex, a little bit of bad language. Nothing, most of it goes over the kid's head, so it's nothing too bad. No nudity you have to really worry about that I can think of. If there is, it might be Will Ferrell or something. So nothing bad there. Hilarious movie. Them at their best. One of the best comedies of all time. What you got?
It was hilarious and stupid.
All right, that might be it. Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the retro movie review this week. All right. Hey, bye.